Okay, so we're just going to do a quick bit of arrangement for the start of our track here. For the beginning, we've got our beats all playing full at the very start, but we don't want that, so we're going to split right across by highlighting everything from the start of our tune to the first change, and we're just going to double click on that drum loop, and we're going to get rid of the clap and the tribal samples, and we'll get rid of our open hat as well. And then that's just going to play, and it'll come on full at the 17th bar. We'll let everything play, and then our breakdown, we're just going to split between our breakdown and our main riff, and we're going to remove the kick drums and the tribal samples because we just want the open hats and the claps to play there. And then when we come into our first main riff, up until this first change, we're going to delete the open hat and the closed hat. And we'll get rid of our clap sample as well. So we're just dropping straight into a kick drum and the tribal loop. And then as we come into the first change, we'll just introduce the open hat for now. We'll arrange that out a bit further later on. We're just going to move this percussion loop back to the start. We're going to have it playing right from the start, but we're going to have it filtering in. So if we double click on that and just drop in an auto filter, and we're going to have it low passed. So we're going to put it right down to the bottom here, and we're going to have it filtering in for the beginning of this tune and coming right in for the first change. So we'll just bend that line so that it comes in a bit smoother. Okay, so we'll have that playing right up until this. We'll let it play right out to the end of this break, actually. Okay, so we can minimize that percussion loop for now. We can minimize our drums as well. We're going to bring in a STABS synth that's going to play at the start of our tune. So if we insert a new MIDI clip, I'm just going to rename it STABS, and we're going to use a different VST instrument this time. It's called Vanguard, and it's very good at creating trancey type sounds. So I'm just going to load up one of the presets, and it is the Power Mesh preset. I'm just going to bring this detune down. And we're going to open up the filter. Just to make it brighter. And then we're just going to throw an auto filter on top of this. So that we can automate that throughout our track. And if we just create ourselves, just zoom right in. Just going to create a loop that is at half a bar. And we can just loop this across. We'll loop it across 2 bars for now. And we'll create loop locators and we can play it round. And if we just double click into STABS, we're going to draw in a chord pattern that is going to play, and we're just going to snap our grid to 16ths here. And we're going to put the first note on A#4. It's just up at the top here. And we're going to put another note on F4 and a final one on C#4. Let's bring the volume of this track back a bit. Okay, so we're going to put the same chord again here, just at 1.1.4, which is just before the second beat of the bar. And then we're going to put the final one just here at 1.2.3. And we can just bring this filter down now. So you can hear how we can just filter this into our track. Okay, so we're going to have it coming in at the 17th bar, and it's going to play right the way through to the start of our main riff, which is at bar 49, but it's going to be coming in filtered, so we'll put the filter right the way down to about 200, and we'll just gently ease it up. Bring the track volume back to about minus 14 dB. So as we get closer to the main riff, we'll open up the filter more and more. We'll just take out this final half a bar, and we're going to put something in there just to fill that sort of gap. We'll take out the percussion there as well at that point, and if we go back to the drums, we can actually just take that out too. And we'll get a lead line to play a part at that stage. So we just minimize the drums. So we've got our stabs filtering up right up to that point, and we're just going to put in another MIDI instrument now. Just rename this, and we'll call it Croaky Synth. It's going to be another Vanguard preset. If we just drop it in here, and if we just go down to the gating presets, it's this Electro one we want. And if we just go down and create a 4-bar loop, so we'll make it across between 17 and 21. We're going to have it come in at the same stage as these stabs. And if we just double click on our MIDI clip, we'll have it quite high up here. Okay, I'm just going to bring the volume back on this track. And I'm also going to put an auto filter onto it. So if we go to Live Devices, drop an auto filter, I'm going to put a high pass on this. I think we could just move this up to move it up to about an A#4. Right a bit further down. I think we'll make this loop just a bit shorter. we're going to put it on the A sharp 2, and we're going to keep it at a 2-bar loop. And then we're going to go in, and we're also going to create a sidechain compressor for this. And if we just get the extended options and turn the sidechain on and select our kick, and just bring the threshold back, turn our ratio up, and turn the release up a bit. One final thing we're going to do is just widen this out by putting the stereo delay, or the stereo delay trick I showed you before. And if we just drop a simple delay, we'll just drop it here before the compressor. Turn off to sync mode, set them to time, put the first one to 1 millisecond, and we'll turn our dry wet up full. And we'll leave it at 1 and 15. If we just drag this out to play, have it playing right up to the main part of our tune, I think.